I said, yo, me like got me up. I want to live be live, but I swear not easy. I've been rapping my own man, I'm getting the market with doing, I'm breaking the profit. On my way, people calling me names, all the trouble I see, I do at the peace. When they're suffering, those sources, I can't pay the code, only how I get paid. Sooner or later, my hustle pay. Let pay, and I'm rushing myself. Keep it cool, everything have a CC. Too much rushing, I probably chasing. One day. One day. I'll kill it cool. One day,
I know my hustle gonna pay one day. Any mistake gonna see my face. Me pa know I'm not watching it. One day, success gonna come my way. I know my hustle gonna pay one day. Any mistake gonna see my face. Me pa know I'm not watching it. One day, success gonna come my way. Yeah. My mama was so worried. My papa was so worried. My friend was eat money. Any mess that will come on that knees. So I on my way. 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 I'm on my way to this place and I'm looking for money. Looking for money, oh. Looking for money. I want my mama happy. Want my papa happy. Want me and my brothers and sisters to come around me.
Yeah, capital go. Why you know also? Why saying the go by the Genesis? Shall come to fire, shall come to power. I feel never be working on Wednesday. In my love for the my, in my love for the ma. Or in the dark, or in the dark, or in the week, or in the week. All in the sun,
My mama was so what she
no for
my papa was so what you my friend was your money. Any mess that will come on that knees. So I on my way. 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 I on my way.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today is Saturday, February the 11th, Armed Forces Day in Liberia, 2023. So, to the people in Liberia, we say Happy Armed Forces Day. To our military there, more power to you. To our people everywhere in the world, good morning. We had a beautiful day yesterday in Providence, Rhode Island, and Rhode Island as a whole. It was a beautiful day, 60 degrees. Can you imagine that during the winter? Ha! Today is going to be a nice day too. This whole weekend in the 40s. Take heed and govern yourselves as you go out to have fun, to do what you got to do. For those people in Syria and Turkey, let's take a few seconds to share with them in their grief. May the souls of the faithful departed rest in perfect peace. So many people have died. I mean, we're not close to the situation, so we're not feeling it. But to have so many thousands of people dying, man, it's mind-boggling. It's troubling. It's troubling, especially for people around the world who have families there. I heard people in Ghana have one of the big stars was in Turkey or Syria, one of those countries, and he has not been found yet. So people assume he is missing. I haven't heard anything on him lately, but that was the last I heard of him. He was in Turkey, and his family had not heard from him. Nobody heard from him. The whole Ghana was mourning him because he's a down-to-earth guy. Although he's rich and popular, he's still down to earth. So we join these people in the various parts of these countries in the world who have lost people because the incidents in Syria and Turkey. May their souls rest in peace again. Let me put up my topic for this morning. We got word from our people on the Buduburam refugee camp. Report and interview from the Republic of Ghana's Buduburam refugee camp Liberian community with Gifty Togba. And 2, by their fruits ye shall know them. Can Liberians deliver? We'll talk about that. So let's go to Ghana and see the interview our correspondent there, Ms. Gifty Togba, had with a prominent community member of that region. So here's Gifty Togba in her interview.
Good evening, Mr. Peter Siki. Yeah. So I'm here with one of our elders from the Elobo on the refugee camp. That is the Liberian refugee camp. Mr. Siki, how do you see the living condition on the camp, most especially the Liberians who don't have the qualification in terms of working, how do they really survive the camp? How do you see it?
Well, one thing is that the situation became very terrible, to be very, very terrible. The United Nations, we expect to be helpful to the Liberian, attending back to the Liberian refugees. Even as we speak, there have been sensational clauses that have been placed on Liberian refugees. When that sensational clause has been placed, definitely you don't have no force to even help you out. And prior to the 2012, Liberians were being helped by other philanthropic from overseas. For instance, when they bring the food for the Liberian refugee to be distributed, these people that will live in the host country, which is the UNHCR Ghana Refugee Board, they will take, because Liberian constant for its rice, they will take the rice away and give her a corn, a third grade corn, a corn which even a pig refuse. That's what they normally do. And then it came down philanthropic from Morocco, a king. Someone would have been sent for a king. The information reached them, the king don't understand. When it came to the distribution side, they saw that the oil that they didn't even send to us, the unwanted oil, the one they were distributed, the unwanted salt, all the good things they put sent from overseas, rice, bath soap, everything, they took everything as we speak. They sell everything up in the market. Who speak for? Nobody speak for us. We are the mercy of God.
Yes.
Just imagine a refugee came where no arms should enter. They came, they brought somebody on us to enforce the person to be our leader.
Yeah. Because
the men were speaking their minds. And we the Liberian refugee felt that they may have been imposed on us. So he's not speaking our interest. And we got together and said, there's no need, we should move him. It brought a talk of war on this scheme. Because moving them Sunday about 6 o'clock in the morning, we're in our very homes. The Ghana police stormed this scheme.
Yes.
The open crossfire, the Ghana police were at the battlefront. People running here and there. Killed some people. Who questioned? Nobody questioned. Nobody questioned. Imagine, even when some Liberians were going home, when they felt that it better them go home, $5 they were coming to go to them. You left your country so many years. The money in the international community, they consume the money, then they give $5. So the women said in office, the women said they were going for a sitting protest. The men went for a sitting protest on the football field. To say they were deliberately lied on the women. And they took the women to a place called Kotiabe.
Yes.
Where they pregnant women, they jailed them.
Yes.
Who told? Nobody spoke for us.
No one came to arrest.
Even the gentleman who they imposed on us, he spoke their language in their interest. The press interview said that Liberian can behave. We are going through to mention this place here. Nothing good for us. Just imagine 33 years we've been here. And we went for a process, and the interview went more tests. But according to the laptop, according to the database, you have been resettled in America or you have been resettled in Canada. Whereas we are here, they send their people.
Yes.
We have talked over, no more have come to our aid. We are at the mercy of God. To eat is a problem.
Yes.
And many people die because of hunger. Imagine a place, a camp where we build. They putting big houses for us. We build our own place. Maybe you get a friend elsewhere, we'll give a happy hand. You see how I sleep on side. Let them buy a tree, let them buy a stick, zinc to help yourself. That would be a Zumfo. Zumfo, the people came and broke down the refugee homes. Zumfo. Nobody spoke. They brought Caterpillar, Yellow Machine, and greater the place. They were the bigger hospital today. Who spoke? Nobody spoke for us. The UN didn't speak for, the Ghana refugee didn't speak for. Nobody speaking for us. We are the mercy of God. 33 years now, nothing happened. We just sitting at the mercy of God. Now Liberian will fail, we say they want to go home. We need help to go home. But we'll take us home. 2021, the foreign minister came the way, we'll take people home. We are waiting. The person want to bring the camp. We live on a hardship. Everybody threaten all that. We break the camp. What sort of refugee is it that every time you threaten refugee, no peace of mind? Threaten us. We cannot stay. The very place we are saying we build, you harass us to take a platform. We look at refugee camp today. You have been to different nationals. You have Buduburam, you have Nigerian, Ghanaian. They took all the camp. Togolese are over.
Yes.
And what kind of camp we live in? Now, they play a band called criminal safe haven. When they commit a crime in Accra, the banks, then they run here.
Yes.
And we are people, we are going through war. We don't want to hear about gun. And there, police can exchange gun firing. Psychologically, a pin out to a ground. Because we have more experience in these things. We don't want to see them. And then what happening? Who comes to our aid? Nobody. Nobody speaks for us. We are advocating. Someone can speak for. In recent time, the Liberians want to go home. We're tired.
Yeah.
And they put 2021 case where we make sure to open repatriation. What they have been locked up. Just recent time they've been told that the repatriation have been suspended. For what?
Indefinite.
Indefinite. They put their using on the schedule. Just play football.
Yeah.
So we need somebody to come to our aid. We need great intervention. We are human beings. Human beings have right. We are not animal. But our own government turn their backs to us. Nobody speak for us. There's a saying that when you have a child in a hall, when somebody beat your child, the way you react, that way you respect your child. When you say, look, before you tell the child, he's my child. Yeah. If he does anything wrong, report to me. But when a mother and father tells you, say, he's so afraid to beat him, what sort of protection you have? That's why it is. Our government are turning their back on us. Nobody speak for it. Recent time, their foreign president spoke against the UN, what they are doing to their own people. You see, so even they put a wemba, they step their money, but here us today, nobody speaking for us. When a leader come, they get into the hotel, they enjoy, they eat, and they just go bad like that. We asking for international intervention to come to our aid. We want people to come to our aid. Liberians are dying. Now, when you go to a grave, so many Liberians have died because of war, no food, sicknesses. The hospital you went pay for us. We can't even attend the hospital. When you go to the hospital, you gotta pay money. The latrine bill, we gotta pay to go to latrine. The water, we pay for water. What sort of refugee camp is that? The people not talking.
We are not working.
Yeah, we are not working. And here you are in such a way they can't work.
You cannot work.
Well, for all of you who saw this video just now, it's heart-wrenching to see the plight of our people, not only in Liberia, but in Ghana, in America. We're not showing the plight of Liberian people in America. Our people are suffering in this country, just like in Ghana, Ivory Coast. Everywhere in Africa and the world, we're suffering. Why? Why? Are we cursed? Is it because of our own follies, our own mistakes and errors and ways? Why are we suffering everywhere? This can't be our permanent plight. No. There got to be a better way for us, man. But as I said, and all of us say, all of us know the problem time and again. Our problem is leadership. Leadership not only on the national level, on the community level, on the social level, on every kind of level. Leadership. Because the leadership we had before, the types of leadership we had in the past, it must not be the type of leadership we have going forward today. No. Those leaderships were corrupt. They were not in the best interest of us. Most of us here living today are from the Togba era. So we know where we come from. We know the issues and problems we confronted, and we still confronting. How do we change our lives? Our leaders come out and say, we cannot do the same thing and expect different results. Yeah, we know that. But then they end up doing the same things too. They end up doing the same things. And that's why we are where we are today. You know, people take advantage of us. What happened to our representatives in Ghana? What happened to the embassy staff there? What happened to our ambassador? These people are supposed to be representing the interests of our people on the Buduburam refugee camp. What are they doing? You speak to the people, has the ambassador from Liberia ever been on the Buduburam refugee camp? Does he even go there to visit the people, to find out where their issues and concerns are? No. They only go there for politics. So how can those people survive, man, in a foreign land when the representation for them is lacking? Our embassy there don't care about them. Our ambassador there don't care about them. We have no community there to look after these people. Most of the people on the camp are young children, just like in Liberia. Majority of them are young children, immature, have no understanding of life and the significance of their own being. They don't. So there are issues time and time again, man. We cannot go through this. When the leadership in Liberia itself is bad, the leadership for Liberians across the world is bad. We talked about this yesterday, about the level of ignorance in our country. It's terrible. It's terrible. And the only place we can find hope for our society rests with the university campus. You see, that what the foolish people, the sanction rogues and government officials who are rogues, even the vice president, Julia Howard Taylor, went on the university campus and they booed her because they can't go there. That's the center of intellect. That's the center of progress and advancement. And these young children, when they see these people coming on our campus and nobody else talking about them in the society, they got to set standards. And that's what we look to them for everything that's been happening in our country. Look at this. The Solicitor General Republic of Liberia, he can't even go on a university campus. Why? Because he's a sanctioned rogue. And this is why we need people like our university students. We talk about radicalism, we talk about militancy and all of that. It's necessary. Where everybody else in the country is silenced by the government. People scared. People disappearing. People being killed, beaten to death. We're going back to the old era. Our country not safe. Our people not safe. So it's left to the University of Liberian students now to stand up for us. So let's see this tape again before we go into our next topic. Now, we talk about leadership. This is a serious problem in our community and in our society. Now, by their fruits, ye shall know them. Can Liberians deliver? That's my second topic. What is the crux from which this topic evolved? It's from the recent fundraiser held by the Unity Party group, Costa, Henry Costa, and all the people for Joseph Boyka in Liberia. That fundraiser was a failure. It was a failure. I mean, Joseph Boyka had been in the United States of America for, close to 3 weeks now? Because we see pictures of him all over the newspaper, all over the internet and things like that, with around Costa, them playing pool and playing cards and all of that, sitting in a chamber. So what was the problem? Why was that fundraiser for the former vice president of Liberia and now the standard bearer of the Unity Party, the forerunner opposition party right now? What was wrong with them? That fundraiser they had the other day in America was so poorly attended. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Henry Costa, our most prominent podcaster right now, radio host, competing with Spoon TV, and they couldn't fill that hall. So what was wrong? What was the issue? Why was that fundraiser so poorly attended and it was shown on TV? Was it leadership problem again? Because these are the guys that's supposed to be the forerunner of the opposition. These are the guys that's supposed to be the prospects for a better Liberia future. And Henry Costa, George Lobo, all these young guys who surround Joseph Boyka, I said they supported him, they couldn't fill that hall. I mean, that's telling, man. That's telling. You come to the United States of America for over 2-3 weeks. You the most prominent of the opposition leaders. All Liberians looking up to you right now as the hopeful. the presidential hope for our nation. You surround yourself with all these young guys who are supposed to be popular, and they can't fill the fundraising hall. That place was so empty. I mean, compared to all the people that watch Costa's show, that watch the way they drive, Lobo show, to see that hall as it was dismal and disappointing. So who are the leaders in our community now? When the old people have failed and the young people who's supposed to be coming up to be the nouveau leaders in our nation cannot demonstrate that they can deliver. If they can deliver, we still have a leadership vacuum. Gaza can run for the Senate. Lobo can do this, be minister and things like that. If they don't have the ability to be leaders, our country not going nowhere. And this is the problem we face in lack of leadership. How do we motivate people? How do we get our people excited to serve, to be patriots, to want to love their country? How do we incite our people? How do we motivate them? How do we encourage them to get off their laurels? You know, I was thinking just now, Liberian people in Liberia, they always talk about us in America doing our doubles and our triples. Can Liberian people in Liberia work like the Liberians in America? Can they? You see, because there's a difference in work ethics. There's a difference. When you're working for people and your daily bread, your livelihood, and everything that you are and have depend on your work ethics for these people and following their rules and following their policies and helping them promote their interests in their business. That one thing. Can you do that for yourself? Can you do that for your nation? That's the different thing. So we weigh these two things. We work for foreigners. All the Liberians in America here, we work like dogs. We work like dogs because we are working for foreigners. We are working for people who don't care about our livelihood, about our personal way of living. They don't care about that. All they care about, they paying us their money and we must deliver. If you don't deliver, you cannot get paid. So it's different than us running our own country, having our uncles and cousins and things being presidents and leaders of our nation. And these people have no work ethics. They have no commitment. They have no patriotism. Our country can't go nowhere. Our country did not get this far by having people who just want to exist, who just want to live. When people who just want to exist and they want to live, they have no interest to progress and advance. They just want to drink, eat and sleep, work for what they get, use it, and that's it. Wake up in the morning, go back to work, get what they need, use it. Like people work from paycheck to paycheck. They have no interest in being anything else. In reality, we say they are happy with their lifestyle. They are happy with that. But for people who want to progress and advance, you're never happy just going to work and coming home every day and sitting down and eating and sleeping. Even if it's enough for you and your family, you're not happy with that. You're not happy with that because you know you have the ability to attain more, to achieve more, to get more. So why would you just limit yourself or go work for a white man or black man and get paid hourly and come home and just sit down and don't do nothing else? No. But many of us are like that. Many of us are like that. Especially in Liberia. We don't even want to go to work. Look at the work ethic of the Liberian community. The Liberian people point to people in America, oh, you go work double. You people in Liberia are so damn lazy. You can't even work one shift. You cannot even work one shift. I know Liberians who came to America had the opportunity to work and do everything, but they could not stand the work ethics in this nation. People work for a living here. When you go to work, you want to see a fulfillment, a success of what you're doing. You're not just going to work every day just for the sake of going to work. No, you want to see your company or your business thrive, make money, progress and advance, move to the next level, be able to hire more people, be able to give you more money, be able to give you access to better opportunities in the business realm. If you can't do that, what use are you doing business? You're stagnant. You can't grow. You might as well close the business down. Because if you're going to work every day and the profit you're making is not enough to maintain your lifestyle or your family lifestyle or even maintain your family. You got to keep looking for other money to put in the business to survive or maintain yourself and your family. The business not going nowhere. It's not. That's when you know you either got to shut it down and go work for other people, but you can't keep up that business. So where do Liberian people stand when it comes to work ethics? We fail. Costa, Lobo, Unity Party, all of them failed when they came to that fundraiser for the for the Vice President Boga. They all failed. That hall was empty. For the amount of people that watch Costa every day, 11,000, 12,000. For the amount of people that watch Lobo them, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. They couldn't fill that damn hall during the fundraiser the other day. That says a lot about their leadership skill or skills. They are not leaders. They are bullshitter too. You got these two young prominent people who are well known among the Liberian community all over the world. They're having a fundraiser and only 100 or 200 people show up. Not even 107, I don't think. That hall will look empty. Boga should have been shamed. But we got to talk about this. We got to bring it to the consciousness of the Liberian people. Because this demonstrates bad leadership, lack of leadership, dereliction of duty. Boga been in this country for 2-3 weeks. Why was that fundraiser so empty? That means Costa them did not do their jobs. They didn't motivate people. Did not excite people to come to that fundraiser. So what kind of leadership can we expect from these people? It's terrible. It's terrible. And you see, that's the problem with the CPP, the ANC, the Unity Party, and Benana Europe Party, ALP. That's the problem with them. Their leadership is weak, lacking direction, lacking motivation, encouragement, lacking spirit. That's why the TPP broke up in the first place. When Boga took over, he could not lead these people. There's a leadership problem. You can't lead your organization. You don't have people around you that can motivate the Liberian people. Then you won't lead us again. I'm not against any party. I'm not supporting any party. I'm just an evaluator. Okay? So that's where I stand, man. That's where I stand. If you want to lead, you got to demonstrate leadership. You want to have power. You want to commit the Liberian people to your party, to what you stand for. You got to demonstrate that you can motivate them. You can excite them. You can incite them. But when you call a fundraiser of a national leader and only a few people come there, that's a problem. That's a serious, serious problem. The planning will pull. First of all, that place is supposed to be a festive place where people will come and want to party and want to just drink and give up their money. The people not drinking, they're not eating, they're not doing nothing. How do they spend their money? Everybody is just sitting there talking. Yeah. Well, Liberian people got to talk. Bullshit. My class is done. I'll see you all Monday. You all have a good weekend. Today's supposed to be lovely. If you go out there, take heed and govern yourselves accordingly to my people in Syria and Turkey. May the Lord be with you. May the blessings of the Almighty strengthen you as you do your searches for survival. And may you be blessed to find people that your efforts will not be in vain. It's hard to lose family members, society members, and friends. It's hard. And with the magnitude of the people that have died in these two countries, we can only look to the Lord for strength to go through this. The time of the people is now. Aluta! Continua. My class is done. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.